Okay, so we are going on to round number 6, and for round number 6 I'm going to be using the turquoise, so the same color that we used in round number 3. And the colors that I'm following here are basically the stone washed version of the solid colors, so that I'm using the other square with the solid colors kind of as a guide for my colors, and I'm just using a sort of stone washed, so washed out version of the same colors, more or less, not exactly the same. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start in any chain 2 space from our previous round. Okay, and we're just going to chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and then we're going to work 2 more double crochets like so. Then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. So we're basically squaring off, okay, and then we're going to work 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. Okay, so you're not going to do a chain 2 in between, and you can see I'm working over my my tail. Then you're going to chain 2, and you're going to work another 3 double crochets over that chain 2 space from the previous round. Then you're going to work another 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space like so. Then you're going to work 2 chains, so we're creating corners, right? Then you're going to work another 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So we're working into those chain 2s at the back. That's a good 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into the last chain 2. Then we're going to slip stitch into the top. So I always say slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain, but you can also slip stitch into the top of the next stitch. And then I just do a slip stitch like that. I mean, you can do a invisible join if you like. Okay, so there you can see your little square at the back like that. Okay, and basically your stitch count is going to be 8 times 3 double crochets and 4 times 2 chains like that. Okay, and that is the end of round number 6. Okay, so we are on to round number 7, and you can either carry on with your turquoise, or like me, I'm actually just finding another shade. I want to do each of the rounds in a different color, because for tutorial purposes it is it's much easier to to know your rounds if they are in different colors. It's more difficult to follow if everything is the same color. So this color is is Amazonite. I'm just going to write that down. Amazonite. Okay. Amazonite. Okay. It doesn't really look like a very Amazonian type color, does it? You would expect that to be sort of red or something like that. But anyway, I will have it listed in the pattern. So this is Amazonite, and it's listed there, like there's a list there, and then it has a little tick, and the number is 813. Okay, so it's number 8, 13. So I'm going to be using that for the next round. So round number 7, pretty easy round. So you're going to be working, we're going to be carrying on with those corners. So Amazonite in this beautiful kind of pale blue. Doesn't convince me. So as you can see, I've left my tail in because I'm taking my own advice. Now, you know about sewing tails in. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be working a chain 3. So we're working now into those corner chain 2s. So we're just going to do a chain 3 and we're going to work another double crochet. So the chain 3 is equal to a double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2 and work another double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work a double crochet into our 6 double crochets. So you're going to start, you know, when you look at the anatomy of a stitch, this is your post, and your stitch actually starts like in front of your post, right? So you're going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to yarn over and work a corner, which is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. All very basic, you know, those like lovely basic stitches where you don't have to really think too much. So you can relax for this round. I'm not going to do anything weird. Okay, so you're going to just do that. You're just going to carry on. Okay, so you're just going to carry on until you've completed your square. So you're basically going to work 1 double crochet into your next 6 stitches. You're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and so on. Okay, so basically you're just doing your little square there. So that is round number 7. I shall see you at the end of round number 7 before we go on to round number 8. Okay, so we are on round number 8 and we're going to revisit the red jasper. So we're going to go back to that colour. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to find our corner spaces over there. Okay, I'll chain 2 corner spaces and we're going to start with a slip stitch on the hook like that. Okay, and then we're going to work a chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and we are going to chain another 2, and then we're going to yarn over and work another double crochet into that corner like that. Okay, and then we are going to work a double crochet front post over all of our double crochets from the previous round. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so you should have 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, yarn over, work a double crochet into the chain 2 space, work another double crochet, and then you're back to working your double crochet front posts over the next 12 stitches like that. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 8. Okay, and it's going to look like that. Right. So pretty simple, just double crochet front posts. So I really do love my front posts. I love them because they just, you know, immediately create texture. And you know, I'm a very tactile person. I love you know, working with my hands. I love feel and texture and clay and working in the garden, and so, you know, I always kind of like these chunky looks in crochet, but that's just me. Okay, so round number 8, so I shall see you at the end of round number 8 where we can finish off together, and then we can go on to round number 9. Okay, and now to close this, we are going to work a slip stitch into the top of that third beginning chain. So the third chain of the beginning chain, like that. Okay, and that's your little square in red jasper, and also the end of round number 8. So now round number 9, I'm going to begin, we're going to be doing exactly the same thing, right? But I'm going to be using a different color. So the color that I'm using is called rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite. Okay. So it's kind of a you know, you can see the difference. It's got a sort of a coral kind of tinge to it. So I'm going to use it because it is similar to the red jasper, but it's kind of a shade lighter. And as I was saying, I am going to be using a different color for each round, simply because I'm totally and utterly in love with the stonewashed. And the colors, oh my goodness, the colors are just divine. So now what we're going to do is we are going to be working only over the 12 double crochets. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start pretty much anywhere after any of your single double crochets that you made into the corners, like that. Okay, so you're just going to leave that, and you're going to work double crochet front post over your next 12 double crochet front posts, like so. Alright, like that. So just another easy round, but a little bit different because you're not actually working into those corners, you're just working a double crochet front post over your 12 double crochet front posts from the previous round, and you are ignoring the double crochet front post from your previous round, like that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to work okay, so hang on a second, something's not right. Okay, so we are on round number 9, and round number 9 I have decided to go with a shade similar to the red jasper, which was the shade that I used before, And this one is called rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite. So, as I say, I have listed all of this, so don't panic. If you want to use the same yarn that I've used, it's all going to be listed in the pattern and in the notes section on Ravelry, so don't panic. With these interesting names, rhodochrosite. So what we're going to do is we're going to find any chain 2 corner space, and we are going to work a chain 3 and then a chain 2, so that's equal to 1 double crochet and a chain 2. Okay, and we're going to work another double crochet, and then we're basically going to do exactly what we did before. Okay, so oopsie, except we are not going to be working over that corner. Alright, we're only going to work over the double crochet front posts that we made before, the 12 double crochet front posts. We're going to be doing 12 double crochet front posts. Okay, so we're not going to be working the corner double crochets from the previous round. I have to tell you, I know I keep saying this, but I am totally in love with this stone washed. It's so lovely, it's so soft and very easy to work with. It's got a little bit of give, which I love, probably something to do with that 22% acrylic. It is so lovely to work with. Oh my goodness. I'm going to nag Skippers and ask them to make very big balls of this. We want 100-gram balls of this yarn. Skippers. Okay, so what I did was I skipped over that double crochet that from the previous round in the corner, and I worked a double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, and then skip the next double crochet. Okay, so we're skipping over those and we're only working into the double crochet front posts from the previous round. So you'll have the same you'll say have the same stitch count, okay, as the previous round. So just working like that. Okay, so you're just going to go all the way around like that. Right, so remember not to work into your corner double crochets with your double crochet front post, but you are working into the chain 2 spaces. Okay, so you're skipping, so you're only doing 12 double crochets each side. You're skipping the 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space from the previous round to that, and then you're working a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet into your chain 2 corner spaces. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So you know that's where you start getting that texture, you know, where you've got things, or what's the word, the relief, you know, the kind of relief. You've got things going in the back and things being brought to the front. Okay, so that is round number 9, and I shall see you at the end of round number 9 and the beginning of round number 10. Okay, and we're at the end here, and you're going to do the same as you did in the previous round. You're just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain, chain 3. So you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of that chain 3, which is basically a double crochet. Okay, and you're going to have the same stitch count as you had before, which is 12 double crochet front posts on the sides and 2 double crochets, 2 chains in the corners. Okay, so I'm going to go work in my ends, and I shall see you at round number 11. Oops, not round number 11, round number 10. I shall see you at round number 10. Okay, so I've worked in all my tails, and we are going on to round number 10. So what you have there is a cute little square, and it's kind of cupping up like that, not lying flat, and that's exactly as it should be. So now the color that I'm using for round number 10 is the jade color. That's Canada Jade. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to work from the back like that. We're going to just do a single crochet. Right, so we're going to begin with a single crochet into the chain 2 space from round number 8. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we are going to be working a half double crochet front post. Okay, so we must be cognizant here, so you need to skip that double crochet, and we're basically working a double crochet front post around the top of the stitches from round number 8, like that. Okay, like that. So basically working into the tops of those double crochet front posts that we did in round number 8. So we're going to be working 12 of these half double crochets like that. Right? Okay. Okay, so you just have to make sure that you have got all 12 of them here and that you haven't skipped. Whoopsie. Oh gosh. Phone's ringing at the most inopportune times. Okay, so now we've worked 12 half double crochet front posts over those. So basically it's those double, it's the tops of those double crochet front posts from round number 8. Okay, then we're going to chain 2. We're going to work a single crochet through that chain 2 space from round number 8. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to carry on. So just make sure that you're not working over those double crochets from your your corners. So you want to work over the tops of that one. So just make sure you're going over the right ones, and you're just going to work your 12 half double crochets kind of over the tops of those double crochet front posts from round number 8. Okay, so this is round number 10. The color I'm using is Canada Jade. Okay, so pretty simple. Just make sure, just check at the end of your row that you do have 12 half double crochet front posts, and yes, I did. I was wondering if I did that chain 2, but I did. Okay, so round number 10 and round number 11 is going to be pretty much the same. Okay, but I shall see you at the end of round number 10, and we can go into round number 11 together. Okay, so to finish off, let me just go back. So what we've done is the last half double crochet front post over that those double crochets front post that we did in round number 8. And now we're in the corner here again, so we chain 2 and we slip a single crochet into the chain 1 space and chain 1. Okay, then we're going to chain 2 and we're going to work a double crochet. Oops, my yarn's getting all messed up here. And we're going to work a double crochet front post now over, that will teach me for not rolling it up into a nice neat little ball. Let me just unravel a little bit here. So what we're going to be doing, so that's what we've done. Okay, so we're sitting with, so now we into our round number 11, and we're not going to fasten off. Okay, so we've got our chain 2 and then we're going to work a half double crochet front post over all of our half double crochet front posts. Okay, just like that. Right, and now you're probably wondering to yourself, well, why didn't you just do double crochet front posts around that? Well, the reason is that these little half double crochets are very robust, okay? And if I had done double crochets or double crochet front posts, it would it makes the square less, not really sure what the word is. The word that I want to say is robust, okay? These little half double crochets are nice and dense, you know, as you can see. So floppy, there we go. So as you can see, the double crochet front posts are kind of like soft and floppy, you know, it's got more of a sort of, you know, that kind of effect. And then of course the half double crochet front posts, especially when you work them over each other, there's a nice kind of dense feel to it. Then you're going to chain 2 after you've worked your 12. You're going to work single crochet into the single crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and just work half double crochet front post over your next 12 half double crochet front posts. Okay, so that is basically round number 11. So round number 10 and round number 11. Okay, as we're building up this frame around our little flower. Okay, like that. So you're just going to carry on. And before you work in your tails, then just make sure that you do have 12 half double crochet front posts on each side. So we've chained 2, work a single crochet into the single crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and we are back. Okay, so that's pretty simple. You just carry on like that. Right, so don't worry too much about how it sort of looks at the moment, because it will all come together as the design starts to kind of reveal itself. Okay, so round number 10, round number 11, both of them I've used Canada Jade, and I shall see you at the beginning of, or I'll see you at the end of round number 11, show you how to finish off, and then we'll go on to round number 12. Okay, so to close our round number 11, we are just going to slip stitch into that first of the chain 2, so just above that and beginning the sort of single crochet that we did at the beginning there. Okay, and remember we did a single crochet and then we did the chain 2. Okay, so you're going to have those rounded corners, and at this point your square is going to look like that. Right, so it's sort of cupping up like that, which is exactly how it should be. So I shall see you at the beginning of round number 12.